G'day guys, Socket here. Today we're going to do a quick video on how to set up an analog microphone with a loopback cable to do sweep measurements for car audio tuning. So first of all, you're going to need a laptop, an analog microphone and a audio interface. Now I'm using the Behringer UMC 404. 404 because it's got 4 inputs, but any audio interface with 2 inputs will work. So let's just show you how the whole thing is set up. So the best way to follow this along is to just look at how this signal is routed through all the equipment. So let's say you're using REW and you're generating a sweep to be able to do an impulse measure. So what will happen is the sweep will be generated in the laptop. It'll follow a USB cable into the back of your audio interface. All right, so you'll need a USB cable. And then the signal's processed in the audio interface, and then it's sent out of one of the outputs on the back of the audio interface to this Y cable, which splits the sweep signal into 2 directions. One signal one copy of the signal goes to your DSP, and you plug in some RCA connectors into your low-level inputs on your DSP, and another copy of the signal basically flows around this cable and back into the audio interface. So it's coming out and you're plugging it back into the audio interface, and that's called your loopback. And then finally you've got your analog microphone that is then also plugged into the audio interface. So what's happening is the sweep signal is coming out of the output, it's splitting off that way and it's splitting off this way, and the sweep signal that's coming through the loopback is going through this piece of wire and back into the unit, and the amount of time it takes to get from there and back to there is virtually nothing. So this becomes almost like a timing reference, right? That's what the loopback does. Whereas the signal that goes through the cable and into your DSP, it's processed through your DSP, down the signal wires, into your speaker, through the air, and is then picked up by your microphone, travels down the microphone cable and then into the audio interface again. That will take a certain amount of time, which is then compared to your loopback or your time zero, and allows REW to, for example, calculate the impulse response and the phase and all the other information that you're trying to get when you're doing sweep measures. So that's the way a analog mic with a loopback reference is set up.